Good morning and welcome to Messums West, a 13th century barn, the largest thatch building in the country and the home to a range of conversations. It's an inspiring space for us to have thoughts about creativity, and I'm very grateful for you all for joining us here, in person and online. Thank you to our speakers who've committed to share their time and views with us. We live in a time of considerable uncertainty, perhaps it's different from any other. Frankly, because so much of that uncertainty is known. We know what's going on. We know what's going on in conflict and the environment. We know the data, and we know the facts. The uncertainty isn't really in that element, it's what we may or may not know. The uncertainty really is in how we proceed. So I hope this day will provide us with some understanding and insights into a range of individual and collective work that will, I think, give us all a better understanding of how to act. In a sense, it's a moral and a question of reason, what the role of art is today. So I'd like to simply suggest, for reasons that we take into great discussion, art is really about the act of making, or the action that we take, perhaps less than the object. And the object, perhaps, is the testament to those endeavours, a static object, if you like, in a changing time. So it's really quite brilliant that we have with us two exceptional artists taking and talking about their practice, one in the morning, one in the afternoon session, whose work exemplifies how the process of thinking and making are so entwined. Listening to their works and studying their art is one of the things that's helped to shape my views. We need artists, and we need the mentality of artists now more than ever before. Creative minds in uncertainty grapple for answers, and when they are found, they rigorously test them. It's a process that could also be described as hope, a sort of dark, resolute optimism of courage, to step into a dark forest and to be still in that moment and observe what's around you to better understand. That optimism is embraced in the actions of art within communities, and I'm looking forward to hearing and understanding the work of Rachel Billington and Victoria Lupton, and how their work is making societal difference of epic proportions through art, and that the scale of impact is not always relational to the touch that's required to achieve the result. Moreover, it points so clearly to all that art can be. In many instances, we think of the world today as being a crueler, I think, colder place. We're potentially less empathetic and more disconnected from each other and from a shared environment. I think there are reasons for this, which we'll explore, I hope, today. And our relationship with violence is a traumatic one that's been consistent with our past in humanity. How we resolve those sort of questions is in our hands, quite literally. And we need to think about each other in the process of doing so. So that's with the help of Gabrielle Rifkind and Suhair Khan, whose work has been seminal in this area. And I'm looking forward to their thoughts this afternoon as well. So I'd like to thank and also introduce Lisa Anderson, who's joined Messums here as Associate Director in April. Lisa has an academic background in human rights. Until 2024, she was the Managing Director of the Black Cultural Archives, a pivotal institution in championing Black British history. We met not long after Lisa had curated an exhibition called Soulscapes about African diaspora artists at the Dulwich Pitch Gallery. And we got on really well with a shared vision. She supports Black British artists, and we're looking forward to working together on a project later on this year. So I'd like to thank you and welcome you as our host for today as well, and also to thank you all in the room and online for being part of this project. For me, creativity is problem solving. It's the means how we can get involved, and just by simply asking the question, what if, we can imagine a range of solutions and try them out until better ones materialize. So I hope today you'll ask a range of questions and explore them yourselves. And that question which I'd like to ask you to think about today is, can we imagine a future without cruelty? And how are we going to get there? So thank you. So the day is introduced with Rachel's talk first, followed by Victoria, followed by Nicola Hicks, and then a short break, and then Lisa will conduct a Q&A with us all there. So thank you, and welcome, Rachel.